Like most expectant women, the mother, Virginia O'Hanlon, must have been full of hopes and joy when she was pregnant with Virginia. Christmas won't be Christmas without the birth of Jesus Christ. But we also cannot forget this little girl named Virginia O'Hanlon, for she was the one who kept bringing dreams to millions of people throughout the world.
I've got many Christmas presents since I was a child, and now I realize that the greatest gift I've ever received is you, Virginia. When I am with you, it is as if I were a flower opening up my petals of life. When I am with you, it is as if I were a little girl myself waiting for a Santa Claus. You are truly the greatest gift from God.
The mother gave birth to a child. The O'Hanlons had named the baby Virginia. That was the year 1889. And now, 8 years later, she wrote perhaps the most famous letter ever written anywhere, in which she asked the New York Sun editor whether or not there was a Santa Claus.
Dear editor, I am 8 years old. Some of my little friends say there is no Santa Claus. Papa says, if you see it in the sun, it's so. Please tell me the truth. Is there a Santa Claus? Virginia O'Hanlon.
Virginia, your little friends are wrong.
They have been affected by the skepticism of a skeptical age.
They do not believe anything except what they see.
They think that nothing can be which cannot be understood by their little minds.
Oh my, Virginia, for the demands or children are little.
In this great universe of ours, man is a mere insect, an ant in his intellect. If compared with the boundless world about him, if measured by the intelligence capable of grasping the whole of truth and knowledge.
Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. He exists as certainly as love and generosity and devotion exist.
And you know that they give to life its highest beauty and joy. How dreary the world would be if there were no Santa Claus. It would be as dreary as if there were no Virginias.
There would be no childlike faith then, no poetry to make this existence tolerable.
The eternal light with which child would fill the world will be extinguished.
Not believe in Santa Claus. You might as well not believe in fairies.
You might get your papa to hire men to watch in all the chimneys on Christmas Eve to catch Santa Claus.
But even if they did not see Santa Claus coming down, what would that prove?
Nobody sees Santa Claus.
But that is no sign that there is no Santa Claus.
The most real things in the world are those that neither children nor men can see.
Did you ever see fairies dancing on the lawn?
Of course not. But that's no proof that they're not there.
Nobody can imagine all the wonders there are in the world.
You tear apart the baby's rattle
and see what makes a noise inside.
But there is a veil covering the unseen world, which the strongest man, or even the united strength, or the strongest man that ever lived, could not tear apart.
Only faith, fancy, poetry, love can push aside the curtain
And view and picture the heavenly beauty and glory beyond.
Is it all real? Ah, Virginia, in all this world, there's nothing else real and lasting.
No Santa Claus. Thank God, He lives, and He lives forever. 1,000 years from now. No, 10 times. 10,000 years from now. He continue to make glad the heart of childhood.
Suppose Virginia had written the letter today. Here are some of their possible replies. From U.S. Senator.
Dear Virginia, thank you so much for your letter on the 14th. I'm always happy to hear from my constituents on the issues of the day. As you know, my feelings on Santa Claus has always been a matter of public record, and I intended to speak out on the subject at appropriate time.
But because we plan to hold the hearings on this question, I believe it would be premature for me to tell you whether there is or is not a Santa Claus until we have all the facts. I am enclosing a speech I made on the floor of Senate concerning new guidelines for alternate snow removal from our national highways.
I thought you would be interested in this burning issue which affects all the citizens of our great state. Sincerely, yours.
From the U.S. President George Bush and Mr. Michael Moore.
We love Bush! We love Bush! No Bush! No Bush! We love Bush! We love Bush! No Bush! No Bush!
Hello, my fellow Americans and Virginia. Virginia, your little friends like these and their skeptical allies constitute an axis of evil, arming to threaten the fantasy and love of the world. Our warm skepticism begins with the skeptics of Santa Claus, but it does not end there. It will not end until every skeptics group of global reach has been found, stopped, and defeated. Deliver to United States authorities all of the leaders of enemies of Santa Claus who hide in your land. As long as the United States of America strongly believes in Santa Claus, this will not be an age of skepticism. This will be an age of fantasy and love here and across the world. Thank you.
From the Department of Health, Education, and Welfare.
Dear Virginia, we legally be unable to process your request for an answer to your question. And you have filled out Form B1897 and input application L9004567 as well as submitting certification for 59K as outlined in paragraph 6. Page 198, section 11, numbering 480W regulations. Once you have fulfilled these requirements, your question shall be forwarded to the appropriate department. But because of the pressure of work, we advise you not to contact us again for 8 months at the minimum.
When you do, please refer to SRER 145923, which is the number where that has been signed. Respectfully yours.
Dear Virginia, I regret to inform you that due to Federal Bureau of Investigation regulations, we are not at liberty to disclose the information that you asked for. You may appeal this decision under the Freedom of Information Act if you so desire. In the meantime, we are setting a file on you in which your letter is now listed as item number 1. We are also opening a file on Santa Claus. Clarence Kelly.
From the salesman of Encyclopedia Britannica.
Thank you so much for your letter and the question you raised. The answer to it can be found in your new 26 volume edition, which has now been offered at a special discount price. Not only will you find the answer to whether there is or is not a Santa Claus, but you will find the answer to thousands of other questions come up in everyday schoolwork and conversation. Our representative will be calling on you after the first of the year to advise you on your easy term payment plan. This is one investment you never regret.
From Flight Attendant.
Attention please. Good evening ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to flight number 293, non-stop from New York to Narita. Sitting in front of you is Captain Naomi, and my name is Mizuno. Miss Virginia O'Hanlon, you asked me whether or not there is a Santa Claus. Of course there is. Not only that, in a few hours, plane will be flying over Norway. If you look through the window, you can see home of the Santa Claus. I'm sure he will be there, but you won't be able to see him from up here, because he will be very busy making preparation for Christmas Eve. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, looks like the plane has either been hijacked or entered into turbulence. Would you please securely fasten your seatbelt and stay calm?
Santa Claus! Merry Christmas!
Why, it isn't St. Nicholas. How did you get in? Well, you really scared the daylights out of us, Mr. Nicholas. Aren't you glad that you've met Santa Claus, though? Well, we wish you all a pleasant trip.
Now, if some of the historic figures would have written that letter, here are two possible replies. From Emile Zola.
Well, Virginia, if you think as many of your friends think nothing can be which cannot be understood by their little minds, you're entirely mistaken. Do me the honor of believing that there is a Santa Claus. Look at me. Have I the look of a hireling, of a liar and a traitor? Why should I be playing a part? I have behind me neither political ambition nor sectarian passion. Santa Claus does exist! I swear it! I stake my life on it! My dear Virginia, I swear that Santa Claus does exist!
From Martin Luther King Jr. You ask whether or not there is a Santa Claus. Will I say to you today, Virginia, that in spite of what your friends or anyone else might say, you must believe there is a Santa Claus. So let his ho 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 ring from the stone mountain of Georgia. Let his ho 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 ring from every hill and every hamlet. I have a dream that one day you and I will be able to hold hands together and sing, Santa Claus is coming to town. Because thank God Almighty, Santa Claus is alive and well!
From Charles Chaplin.
Virginia, can you hear me? Of course, there is a Santa Claus. All you have to do is look up, and you can see him right there. And I will all look up, Virginia. The clouds are lifting, the sun is breaking through. We are leading to a new world, a kindly world, where men will rise above the hate, the greed and brutality. Look up, Virginia, look up.
Suppose heroes and heroines, movies, musicals, and novels would have written that rise. Here are some of the examples from Juliet.
Oh, Virginia, Virginia. Wherefore under Virginia, so naive and innocent? 'Tis but thy name that is thy fixation. He is himself, even if he not called Santa Claus. He whom we call Santa Claus by any other name will laugh at jolly. It could be a father, it could be a mother, it could be anyone. 'Tis the heart that counts. Love, Juliet.
To believe or not to believe in Santa Claus? That is the question. Whether it is nobler in the mind to believe in what may or may not be seen, or to refuse all belief in that which cannot. Get thee to a school and learn the truth about Santa Claus. To a school. Go! Sincerely, Pennant.
From Princess Anne of Roman Holiday.
Is there a Santa Claus, Princess Anne?
Virginia, I trust you will not find it necessary to doubt even for a second whether or not there is a Santa Claus. Were I not completely aware of the invisible and what it means to us human beings, I would not be stranded out here alone, living in a castle.
Princess Anne, may I ask you just one more question? Of all the cities that you have visited in the past, which one did you enjoy the most?
Each in its own way. Each in its own way was unforgettable. It would be difficult to Rome. By all means, Rome. Virginia, I am a woman before I am a princess. I so believe in love. What's in a name? What's in a nationality? What's in an age? What's in a social rank? But I have to leave you now. I'm going to that corner there and turn, and you walk straight home, believing that there is a Santa Claus, as I try to cherish my dreams of Rome and a gentleman friend, Joe.
Hey, Jan.
Grandma, I'm coming. Bye.
From Medea.
Loathing is endless. Hate is a bottomless cup I pour and pour, Virginia! Oh, my little one. Why, you were so naive. Believing in Santa Claus is believing in men. You will only become unhappy as I am. No, there is no such thing as Santa Claus. It is myth. 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 Which will only drive women into hell down under the sea.
From Maria, from The Sound of Music. Dear Father, now I know why you sent me here, to help little children prepare themselves for a new mother. Virginia, of course there is a Santa Claus. The sky is so blue today and everything is so green and fragrant. Now let's keep your chin up and sing a song, shall we? Dun, 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 dun. Es a Santa, Santa Claus.
Hey!
A Santa, Santa Claus.
And a Santa, Santa Claus. T, a Santa, Santa Claus. A, a Santa, Santa Claus. S, a Santa, Santa Claus. A, a Santa, Santa Claus. And a Santa, Santa Claus.
Do,
Re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, sol, do.
Oh, hell, Virginia! Oh, hell, Virginia! Thou shalt believe in Santa Claus forever!
Do not threaten traffic with the skepticism of the skeptical age!
Souls in overbold mortals face a dismal and fatal end.
They do not believe what cannot be understood through their foolish reason.
Such folly! So,
Devil, devil, toilet trouble, fire burning cauldron bubble.
Julie!
witches!
鹿児島。バジニアドン、サンタクロースはおっか。確かにこの目で見らんとおっかおらんかわからんがね。ちょっとチーンと気を言わし笑えば、一日一日を化身限り過ごせばいけんな夢も叶うちコツよ。そういやそげんコツがあったが、愛は確か3年前。わいが確か
長い。もういい。
バジナドン、お姉さんも決まるよ。
Today. Well, the first special guest is Bill Kumai. Please, sir.
Hi. Well, dear Virginia, you ask if there's a Santa Claus. Well, let me tell you about my friend. My friend will tell you all about Santa Claus because, see, my friend was way up in the North Pole. It's so cold. Oh, and he was warming himself by the fire. Oh, nice fire. Then suddenly, who's that? Who's that? Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, it's me. Who's me? It's Santa. Open the door. So, okay, I'll open the door. Ooh, it's cold outside. Say, hey, I need you to work today. You want me to work today? It's cold outside and it's stormy and rainy and lightning and Santa said, whoa, well, no, you gotta work because, do you know why you gotta work? I said, no, I don't know why I have to work. Oh, because you got that nose. That nose is very red and it's very bright. So you're gonna lead my team tonight. Ooh. So, Virginia, if you want to know about Santa Claus, please ask my friend Rudolph. Sincerely yours.
Thank you very much. And now we also have another special guest. Miss Miyazaki, please.
This is from Mrs. Nobusugira in Nagoya.
おるがね、バージニアちゃん、サンタさん。サンタさんの格好しとらんで、わからんだけだべやの。境の方にね、ホームレスの人いっぺんおるでしょ。あの人たちに時々ご飯を食べさせとる人がおるんだがね、その人たちがね、サンタさん。だってサンタさんってね、プレゼントみたいなものをくれる人でしょ。ね、他にもね、お金のねない国に学校を建ててあげる人たちがおるんだわね。この人たちもサンタさん。わかる？サンタさんはね、サンタの服を着とらんけども、他にもいっぺんおるよ、バージニアちゃん。
And finally, let's hear what some of the people who made headline in the news this year might have said to Virginia. From Michelle Obama.
The White House is a beautiful home where you go and come back, especially at night, with all the white lights on. It's just beautiful. we had the good fortune of being able to sleep here. But this house belonged to America. In the same way, Virginia, Santa Claus is not a special person who comes from nowhere only the Christmas Eve, puts a present under the tree, and disappears. Virginia, Santa Claus is a soul. It's a soul that lives in your dad's heart, mom's heart, in your heart, in everybody's heart. Only people don't recognize it.
From Nobuyuki Tsuji.
Just because you can't see him doesn't mean that he doesn't exist. If what cannot be seen doesn't exist, what about me? I am blind. My eyes cannot see anything, but I can see a lot of beautiful things which my eyes cannot see. And maybe that's why I was able to win the first prize. Yes, Virginia. Of course, there is a Santa Claus. With love, Nobuyuki Tsuji.
自分の弱さを戒め反省し、もう一度生まれ変わった気持ちで心を入れ替え、日々努力したいと思っています。決して二度とこのようなことで皆様の信頼を裏切ることはありません。From Noriko Sakai.
Before I answer that question, I must take this opportunity to apologize to all of you for having succumbed to the temptations. Starting today, I'm going to turn over a new leaf. I promise all of you, never disappoint you again and betray your trust for a thing like this. Virginia, dear, I'm not really qualified to answer your question, but this much I can tell you. I have a daughter of your age, and just as I want her to go on living believing in what she thinks is right, I want you to go on believing in Santa Claus. Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. 青いウサギは祈り続けるのよ。皆の心の深いところにいるはずのサンタクロースに世界中の人々皆が気がついてくれる日が来ることを信じて祈り続けるのよ。The only thing that can save this earth is heart of Santa Claus.
From Michael Jackson.
Some of my little friends say there is no Santa Claus. Do you believe in Santa Claus?
Oh, Virginia, we are the world.
We are the children. We are the ones that make a brighter day. So let's start giving, Virginia. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true to make a better day, just you and me. Send in your heart, so they know that someone cares, and their lives will be strong and free. As God has shown us by turning stone to bread, so we all must lend a helping hand. So, Virginia, don't forget, he does exist. Bye. Arigato, Japan! Bye, everyone!
Bye!
Renho on the Masada.
Hi, Reho-san. I'm Mao Asada.
Hi, Mao. You're practicing hard. Well, what's the use of being number one in the world? What's wrong with number two?
世界一になる意味はあるのでしょうか。2位じゃダメなのですか？
I worked hard and ended up with second place. You said, what's wrong with second place? Everything is wrong. You see, I managed to win the second place because I had made conscious efforts to rank top in the first place. If I had a compromise saying second place is good enough, I wouldn't have even gotten second place.
銀メダルは金メダルを目指した者だけに与えられる勲章である。
Reho-san, what you are saying in effect is cut dreams. Because dreams are useless. They do not any result soon. Virginia, you better not listen to Reho. Dreams, no matter how useless they may seem, are important. Because they may someday come true. Yes, keep on believing that there is a Santa Claus.
Thank you, Mao.
Mao and Virginia, don't get me wrong. I never ever said dreams are not important. All I've been doing is cut the obvious garbage. For what? Precisely for your sake, for everybody's sake.
From Captain.
COP10 は関係各国並びにバージニアたちに以下の長期目標を提示して閉幕としたい。その1、生物多様性が評価され懸命に利用されることで地球が健全に維持され、すべての人々に恩恵が与えられる人と自然の共生世界が実現されていくこと。その2、心と現実は相互補完関係で結びついている。したがってサンタクロースを信じる心をすべての人々が持つことで、愛と喜びに満ちた世界がそれだけ早く実現するであろうということ。
We 33 of us were trapped in a mine underground for 68 days. How many times we saw this was the limit of physical and mental powers, but all the while we kept believing in human heart, that eventually rescue would be on our way. And so here we are, all 33 of us.
Virginia, you say some of our young friends said there is no Santa Claus. Shame on them.
Just think, big husky guys like us now believe that the world is full of Santa Clauses.
from St. Nicholas. Ho, ho, ho.
Virginia, I don't blame your friend for not believing Santa Claus. But then, Santa Claus really did exist. His name was St. Nicholas, and he himself wrote the following poem. Now, listen.
And for the music, merry and clear.
E for the ear with the slant of the ear. I for the lumping of blind garden boys. R for the reindeer that bring them the toys. Y for the year that goes softly aglow.
C
for the cold of the sky and the snow.
H for the house where they hung at the house.
R for the little with the all possible balls.
I for the icicles see through the pane.
S for the sleigh bell with tinkling refrain. T for the tree with gifts all abloom.
M for the natural doll hung in the room. A for the anthems we all love to hear.
S for St. Nicholas,
Joy of the year!
we wish you a Merry Christmas!
Oui, Virginie, le Père Noël existe. Il existe autant que l'amour, la dévotion et la générosité. Tout ce que tout cela existe est d'une vie, sa beauté et sa joie. Le monde serait bien sans Père Noël. Il serait aussi sombre que si tu n'existais pas.
Germany! Ja, Virginia, es gibt einen Weihnachtsmann. Es gibt ihn so gewiss wie die Liebe und die Großherzigkeit und die Treue. Und du weißt ja, dass es all das gibt und deshalb kann unser Leben schön und heiter sein. Wie dunkel wäre die Welt, wenn es keinen Weihnachtsmann gäbe. Sie wäre so dunkel, als gäbe es keine Virginia.
From Spain! Sí, Virginia, Santa Claus sí existe. Así como existen la devoción y el amor. Y tú sabes que estos sentimientos nos llenan la vida de dicha y de gozo. ¿Cómo sería diferente el mundo si no hubiera Santa Claus? Sería tan aburrido como si no existieran Virginias.
From China!
是的，全都我文是存在的，它的存在是有爱心、广大的心，为他人付出而不求回报的心，是同等的。就是爱，无时无刻存在在我们身边。我想你也知道，如果实现，就因为有就是爱，才会变得美丽。我们的想法才更加精彩。
From Philippines!
Oo, Virginia. Mayroon talagang Santa Claus. Siya ay naririto kagaya ng pagmamahal at pagbibigay at pagiging matapat. At alam mo, ang mga katangian na ito ay nagdudulot sa iyong buhay ng ubod na kagandahan at lubos na kaligayahan. Ang lungkot ng buhay kung wala ng Santa Claus, kasi lungkot kung wala ka rin, Virginia.
Kung ngayon man, wala magtitiisa upang maliit na bata. Wala rin mga tula upang mapagtiisan natin ang sulirain sa buhay. Ang ilaw ng walang hanggan mula sa ating mga kabataan na siya'y nagbibigay ng liwanag sa ating mundo ay mabubuksa magpakailanman.
From Japan!
Hi, Virginia. サンタクロースはいますよ。それは愛やおおらかな心。誰かのために尽くしたいという気持ちが存在するのと同じくらい確かなことです。それらは至るところにあるし、それらこそが人生のこの上ない美しさや喜びをもたらすものだということは、あなたにもわかりますね。ああ、もしサンタクロースがいなかったら、この世はどんなにつまらないものになってしまうでしょう。そんなことになったら、とかく住みにくい人の世を和ませてくれる子供らしい純真に信じる心も、死も、胸ときめかす物語もなくなってしまうではありませんか。子供らしい心が世界中に灯している永遠の光が一斉に消えてしまうことでしょう。
From Vietnam!
Vâng, Virginia, quả thật là có ông già Noel. Sự hiện diện của ông diễn tả một tình yêu quảng đại, một sự dấn thân cho tha nhân. Và như bạn cũng biết, những điều ấy sẽ làm cho cuộc sống của bạn trở nên cao quý, cùng vui thích nhất. Bạn cũng thừa biết rằng, thế giới này sẽ rất buồn chán nếu không có ông già Noel. Vâng, Virginia, quả thật là có ông già Noel.